Nemba nga nsobola okweyimirizaawo oba sukaali oba sabbuuni nemba nga sisumbuwa ba neighbours.
Ruth Nkinga is one of almost 30 million people helped by Concern Worldwide's work last year. Concern Worldwide help the poorest people in the most remote places. And when we start work somewhere, the first thing we do is listen. We ask people what they think they need to make their lives better. Then we work together with them to develop their skills and facilities so they can make it happen for themselves. Each community needs a different plan, local solutions to local problems. And we want all our work to achieve three things: impact, innovation, and influence. Today, Concern Worldwide is making an impact in 28 of the world's poorest countries and on 30 million people. We're helping rebuild lives and livelihoods, improving education and healthcare, and assisting people living with HIV and AIDS. And this work is possible because of generous supporters like you, making sure that impact lasts for generations. Innovation makes our work more effective. Our pioneering method of feeding malnourished children has been adopted by the United Nations as best practice, and we're using it in 14 countries. We're leading the way in tackling hunger with an easily stored and transported treatment, a highly nutritious, vitamin-enriched food. We call it community therapeutic care because instead of taking mothers out of the family home for months to care for one sick child in hospital, we help the mother care for the baby at home. She can look after the whole family and keep crops growing for next year's harvest. And where we can, we make that food locally, encouraging governments to make it part of their healthcare system. Because malnutrition is widespread in developing countries, and it stunts young people's growth, slows their mental development, and robs them of a bright future. There's huge interest from governments, academics and other charities in the innovative cash transfer system we've developed. Using fingerprint scanning technology and smart cards, we're giving cash instead of food when small areas of a country are hit by crop failure. We've used this in Malawi and Zambia, and we'll use it again when it's needed. Because cash means the economy isn't warped by the importing of free foreign food, and it gives people a choice of what they buy, what they feel they need most.
It's working. I mean, the system works extremely smoothly. People get their chitties, they get the money out of there. Whether you call it safety net, social security, social protection, societies in Africa, here in Malawi, going through exactly the same process that we in Britain went through over the last 100, 150 years. How do you provide for people for whom life has made circumstances extremely difficult? How do you enable people to get their foot back on the ladder when they've recovered from what the current crisis is? And this is a really good example of approaches you can use that do work.
And in 7 countries, our microfinance projects lend small amounts of money to people who are so poor, banks won't do business with them. Rebecca Namugambi has taken out several small loans that we've made with money supporters have given to us. Each time, she's repaid it all with interest, and that money's been loaned again to someone else. Now, her successful business keeps her family in food and her children in school. Concern has come a long way since its foundation 40 years ago. Then, we just dealt with emergencies like famine. Last year, we still tackled emergencies in 20 countries, but more than half our work was long-term development. And that gives us influence with decision-makers and governments. 2007 saw the launch of the Unheard Voices campaign, helping poor farmers in developing countries to talk to the British government, asking for changes to how it gives aid. With the backing of our supporters, we're altering the way governments think, changing the way other charities work, and helping the poorest people in the most remote places to change their lives for the better. And we have big plans, big ideas, and big challenges ahead.